If everyone's ready, I'll just count down from 10, just to give everyone some time here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
It's me, Mario.
So it's always exciting having a 4-person race because a lot of ROM hacks are, like, the speedrun communities for them are fairly small. But this one's an exception. There's actually quite a few runs on the leaderboard for Mario's New Earth. It's definitely a very popular one. I'm not super familiar with it. I didn't have as much time as I wanted to prepare for this, but I have commentated other runs in the past. Just very briefly about me. This run's not about me, obviously, but yeah, I'm Andrew AJT. I've ran Super Melee Adventure 64 at the previous 3 marathons. I was thinking of running it again this year, but I decided against it because there wasn't really new stuff to show. But I've been involved with the Mario 64 speedrunning and ROM hack community at times since the late 2000s, so I've always been interested in ROM hacks and always enjoy this marathon every year. So this hack it's not like a super difficult hack in terms of casual play, other than the last few levels are pretty difficult, I would say. But that's not a bad thing for speedrunning, because usually in like an easier hack, that just means there's more room to optimize your movement. And most of the mechanics, according to Ludwig, are like pretty similar to vanilla in this. There's a little bit different wall kicks, and I believe there's a couple things with like the piranha plants, but generally there's no like major curveballs in this in terms of like power-ups or anything. Although, of course, we're seeing a mechanic which is like technically in vanilla Mario 64, but not really used ever, which is, well, actually never used at all, which is utilizing the metal cap for lava boosting, because it gives you invincibility, so you can lava boost as much as you like, which is something that would technically exist in vanilla Mario 64, but there's no instance in the game where you can do it. My background is mostly vanilla Mario 64 speedrunning with all the various categories on there, but I have done quite a bit of Super Melee Adventure 64 to get all the records for that. But in terms of other runs, I haven't really speedrun any other ROM hacks. And just some more information about this hack. It's been around a few years. It came out in, I believe, 2021. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been like 3 years. It was released on October 1st.
Yeah, and it's quite a popular one, right, for speedrunning, because I'm seeing like 40 runs on the leaderboard, which is kind of an anomaly for a ROM hack. You know, a lot of the ROM hack speedruns, they're just small communities where there might be, 5 or 10 runs, but this one seems quite popular.
It was on the ROM hack league.
Okay, so that probably helped a lot, yeah, just to bring some competition to it.
Yeah, Aglab also fixed a lot of things in this hack, like added the checkpoints and made the game better.
And this is the 1.0 version, right?
This is the console version.
Okay, so he optimized it for console and also made some fixes?
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, we do have the creator of the hack running at the Hokkanen, so that should be interesting. I could go over as well the PBs for all the runners. Hokkanen said his PB is probably around 2 hours. RisingPhoenix has a PB around 1 hour 33. Ludwig's is around 1:38, and Darkman's 2:05. And Darkman is the only runner that is using console.
I PB'd yesterday and got like 1:49.
Oh, congrats. Yeah, so this run is also timed by in-game time. So, I mean, we have the timer, of course, for the race, but if you were to run this for the leaderboards, the in-game time is what's actually considered, so that actually can even things out in terms of N64 versus console. And I should also mention that this is a non-stop style hack, which means that you're not kicked out of the level after every star, and that's definitely more common with the newer hacks from recent years. If you play like a very old school ROM hack from late 2000s, early 2010s, you're probably not going to see that. But in this hack, thankfully, you can just kind of play it all in one go, which is There's pros and cons to it. Some people do like the old school style of, you know, just 1 star per go, because you get a little bit of a breather in between stars, whereas with non-stop you're kind of like always playing, so it can be a little bit exhausting. But it does probably make it a lot better of a viewing experience because there's just a lot less downtime, because typically if you're having to re-jump into the painting in between every star, that's about 15 seconds of downtime.
Yeah.
It's just like another way to load stuff.
Yeah, and they do have the star animation though. I'm not sure like how many ROM hacks ever, like, I know in vanilla nonstop sometimes like it's literally you get the star and you just keep moving. At least in this one, like, it's treated almost as like a 100 coin star, whereas you at least get like the star animation.
Yeah, there is like 2 slides. That's why.
Yeah, so it's a little bit nicer, at least, so you get like just a little bit of a breather. Because Mario 64 and ROM hack speedruns are very execution based. Like, you know exactly what you want to do, generally speaking, going into the run, but it's just about trying to have good execution throughout the whole run. And yeah, I always appreciate hacks like this that are just, you know, not meant to be like Kaizo super difficult hacks. Like, they're good for casual players, and they're also very good for speedrunning, just because of the movement in this game is so interesting, and there's so much optimization you can do. So in terms of difficulty, like I said, I believe all the main difficulty will come towards the end. There are some segments that Ludwig told me about, though. For example, there's going to be a Koopa race, and one thing that is different about Nonstop is that you can make use of the Koopa race to do other things in that time period, because you can like collect other stars and coins during that. So we'll get to see a little bit of that. Whereas like in vanilla Mario 64 without Nonstop, like the only thing they really do during Koopa races is like open a cannon, just because you can usually beat Koopa like pretty easily. So there's usually some time to do other things. In the Tiny Huge Island as well, you can do a 100 coin with the Koopa race, but it's very difficult to do, and I believe it only saves like 2 seconds, and honestly, when I see people do that, it seems like it usually loses time. And I believe the tool-assisted 100 coin star for Bomb on Battlefield like would in theory do the 100 coin with Koopa race, but it's not something viable for RTA.
He's doing double star spawn now with Koopa.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, so double star spawn is a very cool trick. Basically, I think it's if you spawn a star and then spawn the 100 coin star, I believe it's like 4 frames apart. Yeah, then the star animations will spawn, like the star spawn cutscene will play at the same time for stars, so it saves like the 3 or 4 seconds or so for that cutscene, because 2 things are happening at once. And it's a frame perfect trick, I believe, unless there's any difference with the ROM hack, so it's kind of a precise thing to do. And sometimes it depends on coin placements as well, which are not always up to your control. People in the chat, is the audio balance good? From what we tested, it seems like it was okay. We have our Big Boo Fight classic there. It's always interesting how the ROM hacks will make like a little bit of a... Okay, sounds good. It's good to hear. It's always interesting how the ROM hacks will put like a twist on the vanilla bosses, because like, you know, we've all done like the King Boo and the King Womp fight a million times, so they try to add a little bit of a mix-up to it, usually just like some extra hazards or enemies you have to deal with while trying to complete the fight. From what I saw, the graphics for this hack are really good. Like, it's really well designed in terms of the level design. Like, of course, it's still Nintendo 64, so it's not like you're gonna see like, you know, 4K graphics or anything. But just the you can do a lot with just the colors and the level layout, and also just the atmosphere of the levels. Yeah, it's really nice that they were able to port this to console. It's, I don't know, it's always something special about being able to play a ROM hack on console. So this stage that Phoenix is in almost feels like a reimagined version of Dark World from Vanilla. But with some of these rotating platforms flipped upside down, which is a nice little hazard.
Yeah, nice little way to make it stand out.
Yeah, there's so many things that, like similar to the metal cap on lava with the vanilla that are like technically would be possible in vanilla, but just are not used anywhere, and ROM hacks certainly like to make use of that. We are seeing one thing though on Phoenix's side of something that's definitely not in vanilla, and the platforms that flip when you jump, which is a custom thing for ROM hacks. Although of course it's inspired by other real Mario games, but it's not in vanilla. So I'm guessing we got the first Bowser coming up on Phoenix side here. Oh no, we have King Bomb.
Yeah. He's been paid to look over the key to the other side of the earth.
So let's see if there's anything unique about this fight.
No.
You can't go wrong with classic King Bomb. So when I run vanilla, I run on the Wii Virtual Console, and there's like a very rare glitch that happens with King Bomb where his foot the graphics will be all distorted. I've never seen it on emulator either. Just thought I'd mention that because I don't know when outside would, but like probably like 1 to 5% of the time, like his foot will be like completely distorted looking, and it's definitely an emulation issue with the Wii Virtual Console. It's not something you would see in vanilla. And here's another custom thing with the little Mario 3 music blocks. So Andy's saying in the chat that these ROM hacks, just the creativity, shows the ingenuity of the developers and how much can be done with SM64 as a game. Yeah, I agree. I always like to think about that, how like these games are made and then like they make the whole engine for the game and like all the mechanics and everything, and then they only use them one time for the game. Like Mario 64 has all these like brilliant mechanics and controls and everything, and then they were only used officially for one game. So that's really the cool thing about ROM hacks, is that you can take those same mechanics and engine and make new games out of it. I mean, of course, sometimes you have like sequels where, you know, Mario Galaxy 2, for example, where it's largely the same engine, and same with Tears of the Kingdom and whatnot, but with Mario 64, we never got that. I mean, I know there was like a planned Mario 64 2, but it never came into fruition. Although I did learn a few years ago that they actually did reuse some code for Sunshine, and there's like a few things in Sunshine where you can definitely notice that the mechanics are similar. Sorry for my chair squeaking. But for example, if in Sunshine, if you roll out onto like a slope, Mario will start running really fast, and that's a weird like quirk of Mario 64 that actually did carry over into Sunshine. %, imagination saying you can actually soft lock the game with throwing King Bomb into the door frame, so I'm sure they're going to try to avoid that. So just to go over timing for this, so the record is by fellow Andrew SM64. He has a 1 hour 22 minute time that was about a year ago, and our estimate for this is 1 hour 50, which I think they'll all meet pretty handily, pretty easily.
Yeah, also if I don't meet the time, we can end the stream, I don't care.
You got this, you can do it. So I just missed it there. I think maybe Darkman did a BLJ to get through that gate.
Yeah, we need Vanish Cap for a stage on the first overworld, so we can be early.
Do you normally, if you were to play as intended, are you not able to get the Vanish Cap this early?
You need 50 stars.
Okay, so yeah, that's quite a big, like, little sequence break then, to be able to get this early. I always like as well how ROM hacks kind of reimagine, like, the caps, like, there's new cap courses, and you still have to go unlock them. What were you saying? Yeah.
Yeah, we can BLJ, but also we can use the bomb here.
Is there, like, is the BLJ faster, or is it more consistent?
I guess it's more faster, but I haven't learned it, and I guess it's also less consistent.
Yeah, sometimes you can go like through the cage and miss the and like down the other way.
Yeah, BLJs are just like kind of.
But yeah, it's faster.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense. Like the bomb trick is like generally the same every time, whereas like a BLJ, you can accidentally get too much speed and start like sliding all over the place, or you're not quite clipping. Okay, yeah, I just saw Hokkanen do it, so that looks like that'd be the more consistent way, at least just based on what I know from the vanilla bomb clip. So I'm the main commentator, Priya, and one of the runners and a couple other runners have their mics on as well. Can you hear me okay, Priya? In terms of everything else, if they're too quiet, they could maybe raise their... Well, actually, I'm not sure if we can fix it now because they're already in the run, but hopefully you can hear everyone decently.
I can scream into the mic.
Okay. We could also, like, well, I don't know if which one or two of them quiet and my volume is normal. Yeah, so that's all we know. I guess everyone else's microphone is quiet, so you could, I guess, just speak louder if there's no time to change it.
I can bring my mic closer to my mouth.
Yeah. Okay, the guy said that was good volume. Scream into the mic guy, so it should be good enough.
That was pretty embarrassing.
Oh no.
I missed the red coin, but it's okay. I'm just gonna grab it again.
So it looks like Phoenix is ahead just based on star count. Priya, I assume, is everyone doing like everyone doing like a fairly similar route?
We should.
Yeah, I'm doing the Andrew SM64 world record route.
Okay, so it's the same then.
So Darkman taking out Mr. I. The eyes you generally have to, they're kind of annoying in Mario 64 because sometimes they don't always catch on Mario, so you can start spinning them around. Generally you want to kind of like essentially make eye contact with the eye, and that's the most consistent way to get it to actually catch on to you. But just sometimes when you're doing a speed run, it can be like you don't want to like take the time to do that, so it can be a little inconsistent to get the eye to lock onto you.
I don't even know the name of the big eye.
That's a good question. Like, I know the regular ones are Mr. I, and I don't know if it has a specific name. Maybe someone in the chat
I
would
think
know.
it's just Big Eye,
Yeah, that might
but
be it.
I
That
might
sounds
be
familiar.
I might be wrong.
Big eye with an eye, right?
Like
Mr.
the-
Eye was more
The small one.
I think.
Okay, according to Google AI, it's Big Mr. I, which is it's kind of one of the sillier bosses in vanilla because it's literally just like the same enemy, but just bigger. I mean, same with the bullies as well, but I guess we can't complain for a 90s game. And we have the King Thwomp fight, and just the strategy is always the same with King Thwomp. Is it's ideal to just ground pound mid-air, and you can just clip right through him and hit him with the ground pound at the same time. And just to, I'll speak on some mechanics because I assume most people here know a lot about Mario 64 mechanics, but like, for example, fall damage. Does this hack have fall damage?
No, it doesn't.
Okay,
I removed
thankfully.
it.
For that.
Yeah, I think that's a good decision because I think fall damage is kind of a it's kind of a relic of past games. It's not really like something that has challenged or anything. And for Mario, go ahead. What? Is
Yeah,
there any
but-
like is there any like stun or anything?
Huh?
Like, can you disable the screen, or is that
I
something
think you
that
can, but I just forgot. Like, it didn't come
Yeah.
to mind.
it would just be
Also,
cosmetic? Is
I
there
can
any?
make up a reason why he screams. Like, he's afraid of heights, so
That could be true.
he
Yeah.
he is screaming because he's falling, but at the end of the day, he's not gonna
Yeah,
have
it's
any
still
damage.
canon. Is there like any stun or anything, or do you just land normally? Like if you wanted to.
Just land normally.
Yeah. Okay. So
Like
that's
nothing
actually
happened.
yeah. So it's interesting that I guess that would affect like gameplay like tiny bit because for those who aren't super familiar with all the mechanics of Mario 64, thankfully there is like tons of ways to prevent fall damage in Mario 64. You can simply do a dive right before you hit the ground pound. You can also do a rollout, and no matter how far you fall from a rollout, you will never fall damage. So that's one way as well. But you basically wouldn't have to do any of that in this game because you have your fall damage gone already, and you don't have to worry about your like stun or anything.
Yeah.
It's interesting because like in Ocarina of Time, there's not really a way to prevent fall damage. So I remember like learning like Ocarina of Time any percent back like 10 years ago with the old like Void Warp route. In the tower collapse, you only have 3 hearts, and you lose a heart because you have to void, and then you lose another heart because you have to fall such a great distance. So you have to like make sure your health is like at the 3 heart max. So that there's actually no way to reduce fall damage, like even if you like jump slash or anything. Whereas like Mario 64, which was supposedly made from the same like base engine as Ocarina of Time, although it's probably very different in the end product. Like in Mario 64, there's tons of fall damage. Oh yeah, that's true as well. 0% imagination that you can actually just like bonk to reset the fall damage. It just seems like the way they program the game, any sort of like action that happens before you hit the ground kind of resets the timer for that.
So you have never played this game?
No.
Okay. Just asking.
No problem.
Built.
Oh yeah.
You're welcome. Yeah, I'm happy to
you're
contribute.
actually pretty good at commentating.
Thank you. Yeah,
Just-
yeah, I've commentated a couple things before. Like, I don't know all the specific hacks as well as like most of the people in the marathon, but I just do a lot of like the game mechanics and all that. And like I do follow like ROM hack here and there, like, with this marathon, and like I try to play like the major hacks that come out, but this is one I never got around to. But yeah, I didn't feel like running. Like I said, there wasn't really much new to show for the one ROM hack I do run, Super Melee Adventure 64. So I was happy to at least contribute something to the marathon. It's always something I look forward to twice a year. So I believe this is Phoenix doing the Koopa race here, which is what I mentioned, where you don't just necessarily have to go beat Koopa right away. You can collect some coins in the meantime, but it's just kind of a high risk, high reward strategy because like you don't want to accidentally lose the race doing that.
Yeah, but it's not that hard to win the race. You have plenty of time of leeway.
Yeah, and like I
Kind
guess
of. I lost it in one of my last runs.
Well, with the route I have in mind. Then okay.
I guess you could tell like if you were like messing up, you could just skip some coins and then go back for them.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
I've done exactly that actually.
Is that is it the rubber band AI Koopa here, or is it just a set time?
I think it's just a set time. It just follows the path.
Okay, yeah,
It-
because like
It's not like the penguin. The penguin, it functions like the rubber band, whatever you call it.
yeah,
but-
rubber band AI. Like I wonder if is that do they have to like when they make the ROM hack, do they have to, or when you rather like do they specifically have to like program the Koopa not to be rubber band AI to get him? Because like I know like the Koopas can be annoying where he can like fall off things. Do you have to like really program his path specifically,
Yeah.
or
Koopa can
Yeah,
climb walls.
I have to. I have to like program the path and like. And then
and it'll
the
be the same
Koopa-
thing every time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like in vanilla, it is rubber band AI just like a little bit. Like yeah, I guess it would be rubber band AI because basically the faster you finish the race, the faster the Koopa finishes. Whereas
Yeah,
in this
but
hack,
actually it works. It works like when you finish the race, the Koopa's speed doubles.
yeah. So
So
so is that still true here, or is it
Yeah,
Just-
it's true here. I didn't change anything.
okay? So yeah, but I guess like because it probably still wouldn't be worth it to go finish the race quicker, right? Because I mean, if it's a
Yeah,
longer
because you
distance,
collect a lot of coins, so it's worth it.
yeah. And looks like we got Hokkanen getting the wing cap here.
Oh, come on.
And we have Darkman starting the Koopa race, so let's see how that goes actually. Like I said earlier, you can kind of just kill two birds with one stone. You have to wait for Koopa to finish the race, so you can collect some coins in the meantime.
By the way, I'm having some kind of lag spikes here randomly.
Is it
I hope-
lag spikes in what, in the Discord or?
In my game.
Did you say
Oh, okay.
contact factor to 1? Maybe it's that why.
Huh?
Did you set the counter factor of the emulator to 1 instead of 2?
I don't know. When I reset the game, I'm gonna check. I think it should be 1, but let's see.
One is still like the standard for all like hacks and emulators, pretty much, right? Like, there's no,
It's false for vanilla as well.
yeah. What's emulator is everyone using? Because like I know the whole thing happened last year where like 1.6 people found like security vulnerabilities with that.
I'm still using 1.6 because
Same.
I don't wanna.
The thing with Luna,
So there's no like standard one that everyone's using yet or anything.
the thing,
Yeah.
for example, for me with Luna is I actually have more input delay.
Oh,
When I
okay,
play on
that's no
Luna.
good. Yeah, is that like a plugin related issue or is that?
I have no idea. I tried everything and I had like 3 or 4 frames more input delay. And yeah, then I just stay at 1.6 and say, hey, why should I then, if I play hacks from known people, then this problem shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, because like from what I
Because
understand, it's not like the emulator itself is a virus. It's just that theoretically, like if someone with
If
malicious
I made a
intent-
hack, I could put a virus or something.
Yeah, but if you would do that and it came out,
would be a-
y-
That would
your
be a bad
entire,
thing.
yeah, your
career.
entire like how's it
yeah,
called
you'd
again?
be blacklisted.
Yeah, they were, yeah.
Yeah, so if you trust the people that make the hacks,
Yeah.
then like it shouldn't be a problem unless someone has like a master plan to make like all these amazing hacks and then like hack everyone 5 years later.
That's
Yeah.
true, by the way.
I use a version which I don't think anyone uses. It's Project 64 2.3.2, which I don't like. I don't even remember when I downloaded it, but I forget if it had like the thing where it like asks you to donate every time, and then you just have to like put in a code. Was that was there anything like virusy about that, or was that just like spam?
I don't know.
Okay, someone else said they use it as well. I remember that was like a thing. Unfortunately, there's never been like a great like Project 6 or just like N64 emulation in general. For those who don't know, it's always been kind of a messy business compared to like a lot of other consoles. Just have like, oh yeah, this is the best emulator, and that's the one everyone. Oh, that's a tough death there from Phoenix. A lot of other consoles have like much simpler emulation, where it's like Project 6. Whereas N64 emulation, it's notoriously difficult, so like there's some discrepancies in terms of like what plugin might be best, or what emulator people use. Like people might use a different emulator for, I assume like do people still do tassing on Mupen, or I don't know if that's like really outdated.
I think still.
Yeah, so there's like multiple different emulation options, and N64 is like also a notoriously difficult game to, or notoriously difficult console to emulate. Although I imagine the process for making these hacks, like with all the new tools, must be night and day, especially with all like the decomp stuff that has happened the last few years.
Yeah.
Because like when I remember. Yeah, that's like the one kind of the new era thing with the Mario 64 ROM hacks is we have like you know, new power-ups, a lot more optimization with the camera. Yeah, they make like entire like new games out of it practically. Like when I was like first getting into the scene back in like the late 2000s, and like people were just kind of doing like Toadstool 64, which was like at the time that was like a revolutionary thing. And now it's
today it's very boring.
Is it? It seems like it must be like, I guess, simple enough to where like you don't have to be like an expert like programmer or anything to make like your own ROM hack, right? Because I mean we have all these different like competitions. People are making like their first hack, so it seems like a lot more accessible than it used to be, I would imagine, for like beginners.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, and it's definitely kind of become a big thing. There's so many different themes of hacks. You have like slide hacks, you have like kind of 1-star hacks, you have kind of and then, you know, the larger
Troll
hacks like
hacks.
these. Yeah, there's some silly ones. So Ludwig has MIPS here. Is there a MIPS clip, I'd imagine?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, that was unintentional. I didn't. The bomb in the course 10 clip, that I put there intentionally, or like semi-intentionally, because I wanted to. Yeah, but still.
And collision is a bit weird, but MIPS can clip in other side very easily.
So the thing that could happen where MIPS clips in, but you don't, and then you're kind of cooked.
Yeah. Happened before.
So one thing Ludwig did tell me about is like the wall kick mechanics are adjusted a bit in this game. There's a little bit more range in terms of when you can wall kick, or it's a little bit more like forgiving, I would say, in terms of when the game will allow you to wall kick.
Yeah, I feel like it's like 45 degrees maximum.
Yeah. And that's an interesting thing there, Phoenix. I guess it's smart to just take the damage from the clam, because like normally if the clam is underwater, if there's a red coin in it, you can just barely get the red coin just by swimming really precisely, but out of water, I guess you'd be best off just jumping into it and taking the damage. Or the secret, rather. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the parallel like E2 cam. Like it's basically just, I guess, what the vanilla Bowser levels have, but you get it for the full game. And I always enjoy that. Be like some ROM hacks have like some very like custom camera controls, and I've actually never really been like a fan of like super crazy custom camera, because it's like I don't want to have to learn like a whole new camera just for like one ROM hack. Although some actually do have like, for example, the game I run, Super Melee Adventure 64, you do have like a little bit of a D-pad camera as well, which is actually really nice for getting some precise angles and its use for speedrunning. So there's pros and cons to the camera customization. And what's cool as well is some of the older hacks have been given updates over the years to fix the camera, because going back and playing the original version of like some of these like really legacy hacks, the camera hasn't always aged well in some of them, so it's nice that they've been able to be modernized in that way. And yeah, you can see it there with Rising Phoenix. The wall kicks are definitely different. A lot of those wall kick angles would not be possible in vanilla. But for what I understand, you still do have your 5 frames only to wall kick. And everything is the same with like firsties, right? You could still get a firstie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for just anyone watching, if you don't know, you have 5 frames to wall kick in Mario 64, but if you happen to wall kick on the first frame, I guess the best way to describe it is like you get extra speed, and you also keep the speed that you already have.
Yeah, the speed is not set to negative 16.
Yeah, like so, if you firsties, as what they're called, they can be kind of a blessing and a curse, because like they are useful in some instances to get some more like speed and distance on your wall kicks, but also if you get one unexpectedly, it can be a real problem. And as well, there's certain times where you definitely don't want one. For example, if you want to like just get more height to grab onto a ledge, one of the strategies used is just like wall kicking right below the ledge and then holding back towards the ledge to like drift and grab the ledge. And you can't usually do that if you get a firstie, so it can be kind of unexpected, but they are like quite useful. In the game, the ROM hack I run, Super Melee Adventure 64, for the NES category, there's a trick right in the beginning where you have to get 2 firsties right away, or else you just won't have enough height for the jump. Hello, Mario Luigi. Thank you, everyone in chat, for tuning in. Well, I guess there's a lot of European runners, but for me it's 5:30 in the morning.
Oh, holy. That's lovely.
Yeah. And looks like we have a lot of pole climbs for Phoenix, but my sleep schedule has been messed up during the holidays anyway, so I probably...
We're being
it's
up
okay.
so late.
But thank you everyone for tuning in. But yeah, we have a lot of looks like pole climbs for Phoenix. I believe there is like a task strategy where you can pull slightly faster by jumping up them, but it's like very difficult to do. You'd probably have to be like nearly frame perfect to save any time that way.
Okay.
Thank you, Mario Luigi SM. So you also just saw Phoenix do a triple jump dive, and the triple jump dive is a very common strategy in ROM hacks, because it gives like quite a bit of height and distance at the same time. And it's interesting because generally with most dive type jumps, you want to jump and dive at the exact same time, whereas with the triple jump dive, you generally want to delay your dive just like very slightly for the maximum distance. probably like the best example in vanilla is during the Dire Docks 100 coin, the triple jump dive from the submarine to the red coin, and that's really the only like difficult one in vanilla, but you'll see that used quite a bit in ROM hacks.
Kind of embarrassing. I didn't remember where were the real secrets here. In this one section, there are real and fake secrets.
Oh no.
And I didn't remember where was the...
And you made the game.
And you made the game.
I'm actually surprised how good my run is. Like, out of Vanish Cap, I was actually like nearly 10 seconds ahead to my best pace ever.
Okay, so yeah, that's a pretty good pace then for a marathon.
I mean, obviously it got much worse after that, but still, the beginning was awesome.
Are you going like all out in terms of your...
In terms of strats, yeah, why not?
Yeah, it's always interesting in like a race, if like you were really locked in on winning the race, like you theoretically like play it safer when you know you have the lead, but like also that can be kind of a detriment because who's star?
Yeah, that's so painful.
Yeah, it's very creative design, but it's fun. I enjoy it.
I mean, I don't have anything against pole climbing, it's just so long.
Yeah, I guess really the only optimization you can do is just try to grab the pole as high climbing as you can. So there was that mechanic I mentioned earlier, Rising Phoenix just did. He intentionally used a wall kick to just get a little bit of extra height to grab a ledge, only possible if you don't get a firstie. And the game is 30 frames per second, so like it's kind of like borderline consistent to be able to get like the frame wall kick you want. Like you could theoretically, like, I mean, there are some people in, I'm sure in like the ROM, I know there's been like firstie competitions where people can get like quite a lot of firsties in a row, but like for most players it's hard to consistently like get a specific frame of the wall kick. The other frames of the wall kick are all mostly similar, except I believe like Mario descends like very slightly each frame, so like that could matter sometimes, but it's rare that would actually come into play. So yeah, Phoenix has quite a big lead here based on star count, and yeah, that's always interesting in races. Is like, I mean, it's obviously it's not, you know, gonna be super like I don't think anyone's like super trying to win, but theoretically, yeah, you could like play it a little bit safer if you have a big lead. But it's also like it can be kind of a detriment as well to kind of deviate from the strats that you're used to by trying to play it safe. Sometimes you'll see even in regular speedruns, if a runner is like ahead by like several minutes of their PB, like they might actually try to like slow down and play it safe, and sometimes that can be kind of to the detriment because you're just not used to changing things up, and sometimes it's best to just stick with the difficult strats because they're what you're used to.
Yeah, also we didn't mention it, but in most of the stages, if you die, you stay in. You don't leave.
Yeah, so it's similar to like the non-stop element where you're not kicked out of it.
Sometimes you're just leaving the sub area on one stage.
Yeah,
Like die on the next cavern and entering in and just leave the cavern and stay in the stage.
Then there's
Just on the last stages,
C14.
if you die, you leave the stage.
Yeah.
Like from course 11, I think.
Yeah, 11 and
And
onward.
both. And all other stages as well.
C14 aware.
Sniff it, I hate you.
Yeah, they're one of the more annoying enemies in the game, and uh-oh. Yeah, we have a,
One thing I
Quicksand.
want to mention, the route that I'm doing in Blue Lava Lagoon is actually quite different from like the world record route. Because with the route I'm doing, which I found myself, I actually have to shell for reds. And have a much faster reds in the end.
Is that like a newer strat, or?
Yeah, and I just tried it and it was faster for me. But it has the disadvantage that on a jump that I'm about to do, I can actually soft lock myself. If I hit the loading zone and die at the same time, I have a problem.
And yeah, I guess we're not really saving the game at any point here. I'm not sure.
Really, no.
Yeah.
I try to because,
Okay, I'm fine.
because if you like reset and don't save, it messed up in game time, so it's better to save.
Is there any lag reduction on? I guess on Emu there's like slight lag reduction by not saving. Like I know it's not as traumatic as
Yeah,
N64.
not saving is saving lag on console.
Yeah, like it definitely saves time on console, but like on emulator maybe it saves like a few
Yeah,
frames. Yeah, like I think if it does, it's a lot less. Like I know for Wii Virtual Console, I've heard it. I'm not even sure if it's true. I've heard it only saves like 1 frame. It might not save any at all. So like when I run Wii Virtual Console in a vanilla, I can just save every time, which is nice. I don't have to worry about accidentally saving and quitting. But you don't have to worry about this either with the nonstop.
Just need to worry about one-time PC crash.
Yeah, that. The weird thing is with Wii Virtual Console is it can actually like, they call it like VC freezes, where the game will like randomly freeze for like just a brief second, and it seems to like happen especially on like Lethal Lava Land, for example. It's a very weird thing that only happens in Mario 64 Wii Virtual Console. Yeah, that's true as well. I'm glad that the final time is going to be done by in-game time, so you could actually just save and not have to worry about losing time. The lag is basically for anyone who doesn't understand. So like Hokkanen is running on console, so theoretically there's more lag because like N64 obviously the hardware
I think you mean
limitations. But
Darkman.
oh, that's right, Darkman. Yeah, my bad. But yeah, so that's theoretically like you would lose time to lag, but it actually doesn't matter in the end because we're going based on in-game time, which is just like the total. Like it's essentially like counting based on how many frames they are, not like how fast the frames are displaying, so the lag shouldn't really affect that. And that is actually like a very important distinction as well, because like if you were to go based on real time, like the timer you see on screen, then you might want to like implement like lag reduction strategies like they do in like vanilla Mario 64, where you might want to put the camera certain ways. Oh no, what happened? Ooh, what was that?
I saved it.
Okay, good.
Almost die at the end of Forza 2.
Oh, I've done that before.
But I saved myself with... But I saved with 2 objectives.
Yeah, same.
Okay, I died on the fight.
They somehow feel different to like vanilla bullies.
So the bullies mechanics might be different than vanilla?
I mean,
No, they shouldn't be.
Yeah, because they're... What the... Okay.
For me it feels like it, but maybe it's like just positioning. Or like that the platform to knock them down is like a little bit higher.
bully have a range, like maximum range like category.
Yeah, so for anyone watching who's curious, like with the bullies, the way they're, you'll usually see speedrunners jump into them to hit them off the side, and the way they go when you jump into them is it's always going to be the same way Mario is facing. So like if you want to hit them below you, you just like face below, face like towards the screen, and they'll go that way. But then of course you can also just like kick them manually, like you saw Darkman do with the big bully.
I hope I can get this glitch. So there's a small trick which is actually used in Vanilla Rush, and I just adapted it. I don't know if it's frame perfect to like drop the penguin baby and skip the animation to put him down, which says like I think like 0.1 seconds or so.
Yeah, it allows you to start moving before the cutscene of the start starts.
Yeah, that is actually I think a thing in vanilla, but it depends on the version you play.
There is a hands-free version.
Like in vanilla, it's weird because the star spawns, I believe, in a different position between English and Japanese. So I think like on English that it might not matter, and then like Japanese, I forget which is which because I haven't ran vanilla in like a year or so.
Japanese is spawning top of the penguin.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's when it's spawned on the side.
Yeah, it's one of those interesting differences between English and Japanese. Like I think they just changed it because it's like a little bit awkward to get the star when it's like right over the penguin.
It's a bit
Like
odd,
if,
the penguin is on the way.
yeah.
But does someone know if like the Z press is actually frame perfect for that?
I don't know.
I think you can do the Z drop on English. I'm pretty sure, Bigfoot. I could be wrong, but I think it doesn't matter because on English he's like you'll be putting the penguin down anyway when the like star is spawning and it spawns like right over you. It's something to do with like you can do it, but it doesn't save time. I could be wrong though. I've only run English mainly.
I mean, Japanese, does it work? I don't know.
I think so, but basically I only ran English because the Japanese version is the Shindo version. Sorry if I mispronounced that. I don't actually know how to pronounce that word. Yeah, Shindu. So like, interestingly, Mario 64 has some interesting version differences, but they're mostly very small. But for certain categories you want to run English, and certain categories you want to run Japanese. But if you run on Wii Virtual Console like me, you have to generally run on English because the Shindu version is all the Japanese version on Wii, and that actually patches the BLJ. So it would only be viable for like 70 star or something, where you don't have to BLJ anyway.
Yeah, it's also probably slower because they changed the program mechanism.
Oh yeah, that's like the really annoying thing. Like if you play like Mario 3D All Stars and you're not used to it, yeah, like you said, when you grab the pole, like you'll be facing a different direction, so it can really mess with some strats.
I think Mario is trying to face the camera every time.
Yeah. The only like thing I think it's like pretty relevant for speedrunning is like I think there's like a tiny bit less lag or something. So for some like single stars, they will actually run on that. Yeah, it's interesting how that actually matters.
Cannonless is now on PAL because
Oh,
we
yeah.
have to do the double glitchable kick, the task double glitching.
Yeah.
But for other stuff, I don't know.
By the way, what's the time?
So we're at just under an hour, 59 minutes. So it looks like everyone's on decent pace here. Like there's 80th star for Ludwig, and everyone else is in the 70s, or Phoenix is in the high 80s.
I'm actually quite restored. And actually, plus 7 seconds to PB.
Wow, okay, so
Yeah,
that's
kinda
really
shocked
solid
about.
then. It does actually look like a surprisingly like punishing hack in terms of like you can lose a lot of time if you die in a few places. Relatively speaking, it would be pretty tough to
Earlier
get
on
like
the first one, I hit an invisible wall with the wing cap. Fall down and lost a minute to that.
a dang.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's weird. This is like that stupid invisible wall, like for the first time with the wing cap. When you try to land, you just can sometimes hit that.
There's really no such thing as like a. I'm not sure. Is there like any sort of like universal invisible wall patch? I'd imagine like it'd be really hard to do that, right? Because it's just.
I
It's
think
just
there's some kind of a patch,
I
but
think
I don't
K's
remember.
did something like that, but yeah, I don't
Isn't
remember.
it the hacker building? Or like, is it just for vanilla? Because I know that the randomizer is like the hacker building, which disable or like which deletes a lot of the invis walls. I don't know if it also works or how it works with
Oh yeah, the
hacks.
randomizer that also patches some glitches like the B punch, don't warping, GRB.
Yeah, and capitalist.
Yeah, invisible walls are a really complicated mechanic. It's not really a wall, it's just something to do with like the collision below where you hit the invisible wall, and it's like you generally have to like it only occurs at like really specific angles, so like it can be very unpredictable. Like there's certain places in ROM hacks where you can kind of you might know that like an invisible wall is likely in that area, so you can kind of take steps to avoid it. Like just for vanilla speaking, like there's a lot of places in TikTok Clock where depending on the strat you do, there's a lot of invisible walls that you can encounter. So generally the strats are kind of designed around that. Although there's some that are just kind of like you just have to pray that you don't get it. Like there's one in even in like the most optimal route possible, like in TTC, in TikTok Clock 100 coin, there's an invisible wall you can get, but thankfully if you get it, it doesn't kill you, it just kind of wastes like 4 to 5 seconds or so. But I mean,
Yeah.
there's some...
There's a Pan and Quake video that explains all of the invisible walls.
Yeah, it's like 3 hours long.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I
3
remember that
hours.
I
one.
watched the entire video.
And it's like
actually.
different based on the version, right? I think like the
Yeah,
ship.
there is some invisible wall only on some versions.
Yeah. But there's some really rare ones, like I've gotten one just like jumping off like the outside of the castle in the courtyard. There's one in Vanish Cap that like very rarely happens, like you'll see it like once a year. And it actually is really bad because that one in particular, it messes with the cycle, so you'll see like 120-star runners get it once in a blue moon, and it actually is like quite a big time loss because it doesn't kill you, but it messes up the cycle of the platforms. So it looks like there is quite a good amount of focus on 100 coin stars in this ROM hack, which, like, is that a fair assessment? Like, I've seen, it's like, it's been, like, quite a decent amount of the time. I guess because it's non-stop, you can always be working on the 100 coin star while also getting other stars. But, yeah, I've always liked 100 coin stars. Like, some people are not a fan of them, but they're one of the more movement-based stars you can have in a ROM hack, so... I've always enjoyed them. I mean, the only thing people don't tend to like about them is certain coins you have to collect. They scatter in random directions, so it can be like a little bit inconsistent, but I think it's also good just to have like that variety.
Like, if the coins are like random, then yeah. But if the coins are from enemies, then I think those are pretty bad.
Yeah, that could be especially like the money bag and stuff.
Yeah.
can be rough.
But I don't think so.
See the secret, where is it? Hello. Where's the secret? Okay, got it.
And so this is essentially the 100% category of the game, 125 stars, and there is a 70-star category as well.
Yeah.
And it looks like that one is quite popular as well. Like, were they both part of the league?
Yeah, they were both part of the league.
I've done like 70 stars on the last league 6 months ago, and now we're going 100%. And there is actually no way to play this game with less than 70. So if you want to work, you can try.
You can I guess you can do hyperspeed wall kicks and clip through the door, but nobody's gonna do that.
There's no BLJ setups around.
No. I don't know if that's a good thing. Is that a good thing? But
I think it's fine to make the hack like not have sequence breaks. Like,
yeah.
Like I always like it's like BLJs they're cool, but it's like when you can just like break the hack so easily, I feel like it just looks a little bit. I don't know. It depends on just your preference. Like some sequence breaks are pretty cool, but I also like could understand like if you're making a game, you want it to be like as best you can, like not like just so easily breakable. So there's pros and cons. But yeah, for those who don't know, okay, Jarp underscore says not sure hyperspeed wall kick would work with the decomp collision. That's interesting. Yeah, for those who don't know, hyperspeed wall kick. So I was talking earlier about the mechanic where if you wall kick on the first frame of a wall kick, you get you maintain all the speed that you have, and you also gain a little bit more speed. And theoretically, if you were to chain a lot of wall kicks at once, you can gain like a ton of speed. And it's kind of a tool-assisted only trick. Like you couldn't really do that in real time generally, but theoretically, if you were to chain like dozens of frame-perfect wall kicks together, all on the first frame, you can get a lot of speed, and that's one way you can clip through doors in the Mario 64 engine. But it's just not practical at all for real time because if you even miss a single wall kick, then you'll immediately lose all your speed, and the wall kicks with hyperspeed wall kicks tend to get so fast that it's like you can't even really see what's going on.
Yeah, for human, if we want to do that, we probably need to buffer like every single wall kick.
Yeah. And the Mario 64 pause buffering system is not like the easiest to work with.
I'm thinking of making a level where you have to do hyperspeed wall kicks, but the first frame wall kicks are guaranteed. So
That would be
no matter
interesting.
how you press the A, you conserve the speed.
So you'd just have the 5 frames still?
No, you have a lot of frames to do the.
Oh, I see. Like almost just make it like Mario Sunshine type wall kicks where you can like slide on the wall and all that.
Yeah, something like that. We'll
That'd be
see
fun.
how it works.
Yeah.
Don't. I would have died there, sort of been so sad. Because in C13, if you die, you get actually thrown out of the stage, and dying with 80 coins would have been heartbreaking.
Yeah, so this is one of the stages then where you actually can, you do get kicked out, and that could be quite a big time loss having to recollect all those coins.
In the stage, you have to be on some sub-levels area.
I love this red coin movement. It's so satisfying.
Yeah, I'm just enjoying watching this. It's I like when kind of there's like segments of wall kicks that are just like interlaced with different platforming segments, if that makes any sense. It's not something you really see in like vanilla generally. And perfect. Do you still have your splits up, Phoenix? Do you know how?
Yeah, I do have them up.
Do you know how ahead you are whenever you get a chance to check safely? Or behind or whatnot?
I'm currently 20 seconds behind PB.
Wow, that's pretty good then.
And my PB has like a 2-minute time loss in the last star.
Okay, so PB is definitely on the table then. That would be pretty
Yeah,
cool.
definitely. I also never played a clean C15 as well, so...
Have we had any PBs this marathon so far?
I don't know.
I actually also don't know.
Yeah, it'd probably be pretty rare. Like, I know when I do my like Melee Adventure 64 run, like I'm just trying to get a run that's not like a complete like disaster, like let alone PBing.
Yeah,
That's like not even in my mind.
Yeah, that was my mindset going into this run. But this early game was just so good that all of the mistakes I've done are basically irrelevant. I mean, I golded some of my most optimized splits already.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, there's definitely been
With
some really
Vanish Cap and the second part of C10.
clean movement. Like it's always fun. Splits really just have like completely changed speedrunning. Like because I remember like back in the day, like you would just literally just have a timer, and then I mean most people back then weren't really like grinding runs like they do now. But when they did, it was mainly just like a timer. Whereas you know with splits you can have your gold segments, and it just kind of encourages you to just cut off any little bit of time you can to cut corners and see how much you can gold by. Whenever I do runs of any game, I always like to have the thing on live split that says previous segment best, and that'll tell you exactly how much time you lost in a split to your best. And if you get a gold, it'll tell you how much you gold by. So it's always interesting seeing like, oh, I shaved like 0.2 seconds off my sum of best with that gold.
These reds are insane. Like when I did B3 reds practice before, I had like a 155 X game time, and I just had like a 155 split until then. So with entering the stage, holy, that was fast.
Wow, you're in a groove then. I imagine you've probably been like practicing quite a bit for the
Funny
marathon
enough,
then?
not, no.
Oh really? It's just kind of a...
I derusted in like start of December, and over like New Year's I wasn't at home. I played
That's
like
kind of, yeah,
5
just a
minutes
little bit.
yesterday, and like 15 minutes or so before the run.
Yeah, like whenever I've done my runs, it's actually been like I usually tend to get PBs after my marathon runs in this because like I'll start derusting like 3 or 4 days before, and then I'll be at a point where I can like do the run confidently, but I'm not playing at like 100% like performance, I guess. But then once I've done the marathon run, I figure, well, I'm already derusted, so I'll keep like running this, and I'm usually able to get like a few PBs that way.
Holy, that's a big goal. Okay, I'm mad.
Wow, okay, yeah, so quite a good run here from Phoenix. Definitely a chance at PB. Do you have like a best possible time? Like how much leeway do you have?
PPT is 1:32.11 real time, so probably like a 1:31 AGT.
And let's see
But
what's
my
your...
C15 gold is terrible. I can probably gold this by like a minute. And, well, I mean, obviously I can save time and void in the last start, but it's hard.
Yeah, from everything I've heard about this hack, the ending is definitely the more difficult part.
Nah, for me it's C14. C14, the thing with C14, which makes C14 special, if you die in C14, no matter where you are, you get thrown out of the stage.
Yeah. Because there is not, like, technically no set area.
Yeah, and this is very tolerable if this happens with 80 coins.
Yeah, you'd probably be looking at, what, like over a minute time loss?
What happened there?
Yeah, it's like 1.5
I'm gonna die
minutes.
with 91.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Which
I don't
stage?
know how my shelf break there. That's stupid.
Which stage, Darkman?
12.
Oh no. Oh no, that's worst case scenario.
With 7 reds as well.
Oh no.
I don't hit enough coins. So this basically kind of sub area in C14 is probably for me one of the most hardest parts in this entire run. Section that is coming up.
So one thing that Ludwig did mention, he saw some piranhas earlier. He did mention that they die a lot quicker in this game, which is nice because you have to wait around so long normally for them.
I'm gonna die again.
So we got quite a few wall kicks coming up here for Phoenix. These are always a little bit nerve-wracking. You have to kind of move forward with the wall kicks, and if you miss one, you're going to fall all the way down. And they put a ceiling as well, so you can't just like go on top of the area. You have to maintain your wall kicks the whole time, and you do have 5 frames per wall kick, but just it's always a little bit nerve-wracking knowing you can't miss a single one. And that's a very challenging part as well. You saw there where you have to transition from one wall kick area to the next one, like mid-wall kick, which is always very difficult to do. Yeah, so I was reading a bit of what Katse had to say in his, is that pronounced right? Katse, or is it Katse? I don't know. In his, yeah, Katse, in his video of it, he mentioned in the description that there is like quite a bit of difficulty spike towards the end.
Yeah. I made it too hard.
Good job, me.
Good job, me.
It makes it more intense for the marathon.
Yeah, I did it on purpose.
Well, I mean, one time I died at the Koopa race, this was also something. I did the part before perfectly, and then just died in the Koopa race. That was... yeah. As you can see, like, I have 84 coins. Dying now is so sad. Well, I would be so sad.
Yeah, and this is all insta-death quicksand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to full mute myself for the end. I mean, my run is so good, I wanna PB with this. And I do have the chance of doing it.
Yeah. So just checking in with everyone, we have 2 runners at 97 stars, so neck and neck, and then we have Ludwig ahead of them, and then Phoenix a bit ahead of him, with a bit of a chance to the PB as well here. So that would be pretty exciting. Yeah, I guess the later stars take a little bit longer. I like this little red coin maze. It's like very, I would assume like Mario Galaxy inspired.
I don't know. I just wanted to have a garden maze, but I'm not sure what I got. Wait, someone is in course 14. I'm screwed. Okay, now is the quiz, and I have the quiz answers here on the paper. So, 2, 2, 4.
And if you miss, you die. Which is not fair.
What are the questions about? Are they like game-related questions, or are they just like...
Half of them are game-related, but then, I don't know why, but I wanted to have... the other half are like troll questions. Which I regret making. If someone wants to make me good game-related questions, hit me up on the DMs.
Did you regret also the quiz at the like very end of the void?
No. I tried to make the quiz like hint at the answer, so I don't regret the void section.
Because yeah, at the end of the void, the last stage, like the longest one, you have a question, and if you fail, you die.
I should at least.
Thanks God we have checkpoints now.
So just checking in, how are things looking?
Overall we got a pretty good race going on here. Phoenix's PB pace, so that's pretty exciting, and some of the other runners are very close.
Good to hear. So just certain somebody's gonna be in void somewhat soon, so. But yeah. Just to mute again with good luck to everybody else.
Thanks.
To everybody and so. Yeah.
Mario.
Yeah, we can have this checkpoint in C15. You will see that. Like.
You have some pretty good shell movement by Phoenix. That's always a little bit tricky with the shell. Like you want to go fast, but you also don't want to fall. So just try to jump whenever necessary to not slide off easier. Because at least jumping when you're in the air, you have a lot of control of where you're going to land. Whereas like if you're just on the ground the whole time, you could easily slide off. But it looks like you got it really well there. The shell is a very, it's very interesting for speedruns because it's like a very momentum-based mechanic. So, you know, when you stop with the shell and like jump in place a bit, you lose all your momentum. So you want to try to keep your momentum as long as possible, while also playing it safe enough to not die. And I'd say all things considered, these runs are going very well. It's like, it's a lot, for anyone who hasn't like ran in a marathon before, it's a lot harder than you owe. That's a tough death there from Phoenix. Yeah, it's very difficult to run in a marathon. Like, you can practice all you want, and then when like you're actually starting it, there's usually just a couple minutes for me where it's like, okay, like I need to like kind of get settled in here, because there's just always that added pressure of you know, playing in front of an audience that you can't really simulate any other way in pre. Thankfully, because this is like an online marathon, you're still at like your home setup and everything, which does help, just so you don't have to like get used to like a different screen or a different setup and all that. But just knowing that 100 people are watching you play, it can add a lot of nerves to the experience. Okay, good. So Bigfoot was saying that death doesn't actually cost the reds there. You still get to keep your red coins, and that's definitely one mechanical difference, is the climbing is definitely much faster in this version, because in vanilla it's very slow. And that's actually an interesting thing to add, because like you never really see like the monkey bar climbing in ROM hacks, so I like that this one has that with the sped up movement to make it more viable.
And also you don't need to hold A.
Oh, that's really nice as well, yeah, so you don't have to worry about just like accidentally letting go.
Oh, I'm losing not that much time in this fight.
So again, Phoenix's PB, I believe it's around 133. I'll double check that. Just to go over everyone's PBs again, Phoenix is 133, Ludwig's is 138, Darkman's 205, and Hokkanen said, yeah, and Hokkanen's is oh, that's right.
Maybe it was hour 50. I remember.
Yeah. Okay, so we don't remember exactly what Hokkanen's was.
So we'll see it today.
Yeah. So the world record, Vizzy, is by a different Andrew. It's by Andrew SM64. It's 1 hour 22 minutes. He's done quite a bit of ROM hack speedrunning over many hacks, so definitely probably a pretty decent record there. Yeah, that's always interesting when the chat. Yeah, it's nice. He skipped it. Go ahead.
Yeah, had no... Because I couldn't see a way how to implement them in a nice way.
And the void is like 5.5 minutes long, doing quickly, right?
Yeah, I would like something for at least 4 or 5, I don't know.
Really nice save by Phoenix. He fell off a ledge and then he wall kicked back up against a wall there, which I think saved him a death. Just something you can do on reaction in certain places in ROM hacks. Hi, I'm Andrew AJT, and then the other Andrew is Andrew SM64, as you know. And just for anyone joining, yeah, I'm not one of the runners here, I'm doing the commentary. I ran Super Melee Adventure 64 at some of the previous marathons. And we got into another shell section here. Oop, right into the slides and missed it there. Hopefully that death doesn't cost him too much. It's interesting these Bowser bombs are like quite higher than normal. Is that... I guess that would add a little bit of difficulty because you can't like bounce Bowser into the bomb or anything on the ground.
I don't remember, but yeah, maybe they are.
And yeah, and you have to bring Bowser closer to the bomb for one of the throws. You can like do it in 3 throws, I think. Unless you let Bowser walk. So it's very slow. It's not 1.1, it's like 1.0C, something like that, I think. The version of the game.
So do we remember how much of like a difference generally is there between real time and in-game time? Because I'm just looking at if Phoenix's PB is 133, we're at almost 132.
On Ebru is like close to 1 minute.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if PB is still on the table. Actually, I assume not, unfortunately, just based on the time, but still a really nice run here. Yeah, so that saves the animation. Yeah. So for that last set of doors, is that a quiz as well? Like there was a
Yes.
last set of numbered doors? Just in
Only
case...
one question. Only one
Yeah.
question is. And if you take wrong answer, you die. And you have to go back to the previous checkpoint.
Holy. Why did I forget the red card in C14?
GG's, that's our first finish, very close to PB.
It is actually PB.
Oh, okay, it is then. Yeah, that's right, the in-game time, so that's PB by over a minute, I believe.
A minute and 12 seconds.
Wow, very nice, congrats.
Oh my god. This ending, except of this one void, that was so good.
How much
How
time?
much did it lose? Like overall, would you say? The mistake.
The void death?
Yeah.
Probably like 20 seconds, 30 seconds.
Okay, that's not the end of the
I
world.
mean, I died
Still-
early in the second section. It wasn't too bad. And I forgot a red card in C14 as weird. That never happened. I lost 1.5 minutes in C14. It actually was close. Without forgetting the C14 red, this would have been close to a sub 130.
Yeah, very nice. I mean, that's the best run of this game that you've ever done in your entire life, so that's pretty cool to have it be in a marathon.
A marathon PB is pretty good, honestly.
Yeah, with all the nerves and the added pressure of just, like I said, when I try to get through my marathon runs, I just hope the run's not a complete disaster. Like, PB's not even on my mind.
Yeah, I've seen a few marathon PBs, like not too terribly common, but still really cool to see nonetheless. class.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, you may have seen I read the plus 30 in chat to like give you like an idea how far behind I was. But because of that, I didn't split my C15, which was a goal. So I actually have to retime that.
Yeah, you can put it back in. So Vizzy SM64, yeah, there will be actually plenty more runs after this. I'll post the schedule in the chat for you. We got at least several more days. This runs until...
2.5 more days?
Yeah, it runs until, at least for me, it runs until 7 p.m. EST or so, or I guess around 8 p.m. EST on Sunday, so plenty of time left.
Alternatively, you can do exclamation point S or exclamation point schedule if you want to.
Yeah. And the Hararo is nice because it puts it in your local time, which is always nice. Yeah, congrats again, Phoenix. That's a really, really good run. That was super fun to watch.
Can I find
Like I knew when I entered C15 it is possible if I just don't screw up. And in entire C15 and Void I only had one mistake. No, actually I had two mistakes, the red coin death, but it's not that, it wasn't that big of a deal. And well, the one Void death, so actually like really well in the end, which is actually the only reason why I PB'd.
Yeah, it seems like from what I can see is like the first like 70% of the hack or so, a lot of it is just like movement based, and then when you get towards those later stages, it's just like try not to die, because the dying is really where the time loss is going to be.
Endurance, pretty much.
Yeah, but yeah. I was so
sorry
scared.
about that.
I was so scared to die at the end of the first section in Void. I was so close to dying. Like twice. You may have seen it when I had like the when there's the C5 section with the logs. I actually fell off the log but had to back it up. Like if I would have missed the wall kick there, which is a section where Ludwig is probably like in like a minute or so, 1.5 minutes.
Are you talking about the one where you fell and then you wall kicked to save it?
Yeah. If I wouldn't have
Yeah.
wall kicked there, I would have died.
Yeah, I pointed that
this-
out at the time. That was really clutch. That's just like, boom, you got to react right away, like unexpected. So that was very useful. How much time would you have lost, you think, like if you had died there?
A minute and a half.
Wow,
Probably
okay,
like
so that
1.5.
could have cost PB potentially. Yeah, I pointed that out at the time. That's just like a very quick thing where it's just like you're just on your toes, like, because that's obviously that wasn't intended at all. So that was a very good save.
Yeah, like overall the Void isn't too bad because of the checkpoints, except of the first section. The first section is so punishing because it's so long. Like the first checkpoint is, well, Void is, you may have said it, I was muted. You revisit every stage. For example, Ludwig is currently in the part of C4, now going into the wing cap part. And then like the first checkpoint is after the entire first overworld.
If you die, you can lose up to like almost 2 minutes.
Yeah, depending how fast you are.
Yeah, Hokkanen,
Oh.
people in the chat are
No.
pointing out Hokkanen and Darkman are very close. Yeah, that's a tough death for Ludwig.
Yeah, this nearly would have happened for me. Then now you see what I mean. If I would have, yeah. But yeah, like you see, Ludwig is back to the beginning. He has to do the entire first section of Void, and it's such a long section. So this death is so costly.
Yeah, we go. It's like AVGN. When you die, you go back.
Take you back to the past.
Yeah. I read his book actually a couple of years ago. It was pretty interesting.
He wrote it, bro.
Yeah, he wrote like a little autobiography.
What about it?
It was good.
Yeah.
Darkman?
Oh, that's scary.
Wait, but Darkman, are you missing a star?
Yeah, that would not have been good.
I think you're missing a star
Missing
on the
a star.
stage. Yeah, you should have 118 there. After the
Oh,
first
that's
two.
not. Is there a pause menu where you can just like go through all the courses?
Not in
I would guess probably. I mean, because chat just set up, probably like in C14 something.
Yeah, I think the star counts were like roughly synchronized earlier, so unless you... I don't think you missed one like that far back.
Yeah, probably like C14, something like the hidden one in the well or something like that.
Yeah, so it looks like where Darkman is, there's a checkpoint.
109,
Andy Games said, yeah, he's missing the fourth one in C14.
I
I forgot Koopa.
Oh no.
Oh, that's bad.
Wait, no, I did Koopa. Wait.
I
missed
Did you
one?
just... Did you miss the one in the well?
I don't know which one I missed.
I mean, it makes sense to go like back now before like continuing the stage, I guess.
Yeah, I can die.
Yeah, that hurt.
It's either that or you could get
First
one...
here.
The piranha flowers, I think.
I forgot to take a stop. Really?
I do remember like the first time I actually did, like when this hack released, it was like one of the first and probably only things I ended up just like completing like on release day.
Was that good?
It kind of started me just going through like the first few stages. I was like, it's only I'm figuring, you know what, just gonna do a few courses, and then whole game later.
Yeah, it's just kind of like the Forrest Gump mentality of like, you came this far, might as well keep going.
Sunk cost.
Yeah, the sunk cost fallacy.
Oh,
I've already put so much time into
I
this.
think I understand why I missed that.
Or like the Squid Game too. Like when it come out, I almost watched the whole season.
Yeah, I watched it in
One
like
day.
2 days.
Yeah, I watched it also in 2 days.
Okay,
I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch one episode, one more, like the one more game.
Yeah, because it was pretty short as well. Like it was only 7 episodes, so it's really only like half a season. Like it's they clearly designed this season 2 and 3 as like one story, and because it just kind of ends the way it's set up now.
Yeah,
Wait, I did that already,
but no
right?
spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers.
Wait.
Yeah, Bigfoot. I could see how this would be like a very good both casual hack and speedrunning hack at the same time. Like I could see the difficulty spike might be a little bit of a problem for like some casual players, but I think generally most people playing this should be able to complete this with enough tries, or if nothing else with save states, so should be pretty much accessible to almost anyone.
Okay, I missed the piranha star because I got hits, missing blues and go straight to
I guess that's one tricky thing about non-stop is because like the run's a little bit more fluid, you could easily miss a star.
I
Is there gonna be
cannot,
a secret?
I have to concentrate. Okay. I can answer after the game. I have to I'm so...
Is that a void?
Fuck! I die. I can answer after the...
Oh, that's a setup.
And so we got Ludwig doing the same wall kick section here. Again, pretty difficult because you miss one wall kick and you pretty much have to start the whole thing over.
Just gonna say, pretty good music choice for the final level here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
guess what the music was before this?
How was it?
Was it
it was
the
the-
like Bowser's Inside Story song that everyone uses for ROM hacks?
No, it was the TD Red's music.
Just.
But I changed it because it was so Tuknen's dream.
Yeah.
But then I changed it to something more original.
Yeah.
Hey, GG Ludwig.
Congrats. Let's see, the final time 1:45, not bad.
Still a good run.
Yeah, very solid. Yeah, for a long run, that's not bad at all.
I wasn't expecting a low 1-3x as well. Yeah, same. Same.
What is TD, people in the chat asking?
Tuknen's dream. It's a level in a ROM hack that that has a lot of different parts of every single level in that one level.
Yeah. It's like a endurance medley level in Treasure World, a very challenging Kaizo hack.
Yeah, the treasure worlds I've seen do not look easy at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. mm. Yeah, it's all of that about 10 years after.
Yeah, I like that about levels like that. Makes it feel like like it really tests the player's mettle.
I guess the best example would be like the trials in Ocarina of Time, where it's like each of the trial is like kind of based on the dungeons that you've been to. Like in Ganon's Castle, there's like there's like, I forget how many, like 7 trials or something, and they're all just like
6.
mini dungeons. Yeah,
At
they're
least.
based on, yeah.
One for each medallion. What?
Malax. Yeah, a bit.
Yeah, it's like a 19 out of 24.
Yeah, that was wild to watch that attempt.
That was pretty nutty.
So Ludwig and Phoenix have another run right after this, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be test of endurance to hop
Well,
right into it.
this was basically the easier one. Phenomena will be compared to this be brutal.
Yeah. Fun fact: I made a level for that.
Do you know which one?
I did Bowser 3.
why is the secret star not non-stop?
Wait, what?
Yeah, but that yeah, Bigfoot. You will see. My problem is like B3 is not that short, and you have to do it twice because the secrets is not non-stop. It hurts so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like 1.5, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Do we have any like special events left on the schedule in terms of like the music quizzes or anything of those sort this year? Looking through the schedule.
There is a music quiz on tomorrow 3:10 p.m.
Okay, that'll be good.
My CST for me in
Yeah, I'll
America.
find it.
No, you're not late, I saw.
Oh wait, yeah, I'm stupid. I forgot.
Also, yeah, I might need to. Anyway, but,
Oh yeah.
although I probably will say, I'll probably give this about a few more minutes, and then we'll switch over if that's fine, because I don't want to keep the schedule.
I think
held up.
Ludwig, for us it's fine if this run goes longer because our estimate, because the phenomena estimate is quite high. But
Oh yeah. All right.
but we both PB'd in the last like 4 days, so when I submitted the run, the estimate was fine.
All right. All right. So I guess I'll give benefit and give both Hokkanen and Darkman some more attempts at this then.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
me as well.
Yeah.
It's also nice to like relax a little bit before like the next run. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, so
No
Darkman,
problem.
the people watching there, when he got burned, just on one other mechanic, people may or may not know, like if you get burned, if you start jumping repeatedly, you actually shorten the burn timer a little bit, I believe. And
Yeah,
of course,
timer is going faster if Mario is airborne.
yeah, and as well, you can also just like use it to stop your movement as well, because you don't want to run off the platform. The only like exception is I believe if you did like frame perfect jumps, the timer would never run out. Yeah,
you,
like
you,
I
you
think
need you need 2 consecutive frames on ground.
yeah, like I know there
Just
was
Can't
I think that video by like I think Swanky Box or something. It was like the A button being pressed like every frame, and in that hack, like that challenge hack, if you get burned, you're screwed because if the A button is being pressed every frame, then you can never stop burning, so you're just jumping forever. Oh no, that's a tough burn right there. Speaking of burns.
Oh my god. I made it.
Nice. Is there any way to skip that? Like, it looks like you might be able to skip that quiz, but I'm sure if there was, there would be a way
I
to.
tested. You shouldn't be able to, but okay. My time. 152.
GG.
GG's. Very nice run.
Oh,
GG.
okay.
Yay.
Somebody asked me a question about what?
I honestly don't remember what the question was.
What's New Earth 2 gonna be or something?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the sequel. This would be the time to make the big announcement with everyone here.
Yeah. Yeah. What about an announcement? It's been announced a long time ago, but yeah, I'm trying to work on the sequel. It's gonna be a Kaizo-ish hack, not a full, very hard 20-minute red coin star, etc. Hack, but I'm gonna make it interesting Kaizo, and when it's gonna come out, I don't know. Like on my bio, it once said 28th January, but I think it's gonna come out when it's gonna come out. I'm not gonna have any deadlines because I have university and I'm trying to also pursue a mathematic PhD, but let's see how it goes. But
You're gonna have to be like Nintendo, where like every time you post something, you're gonna be like, please note there will be no updates about Mario's New Earth 2 in this presentation.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna promise it's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
drop out on this day. It's gonna drop out whenever it will, if it will. But we'll see.
Although PhD in mathematics, that's pretty interesting though.
Yeah, I'm just a second year student, but I'm trying to apply to it after my master's degree, but we'll see.
Gotcha.
We'll see if it goes well.
Good luck on that then.
Yeah.
Hope it goes well.
I hope I beat the final level in school.
Win the exam. Yeah, honestly.
So we just got Darkman making his way to the end here. Oh no, I jinxed it. On my end, he just fell right as I said that. But you got
At
this.
least I got a checkpoint.
Yeah, at least you got a checkpoint, so the death wasn't even
That bad, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
Probably like 30 seconds. That's basically the point where I
I
died.
can showcase Mario's New Earth stuff if someone wants. Actually, I'm gonna showcase anyway. People are gonna love.
I could practice phenomena.
Okay.
Good in theory, one for phenomena.
Mario's New Earth 2. Escaping
Here's the
hell.
title screen. It's whatever. I'm gonna showcase some places. So here's a Temu shop.
Looks ominous.
So basically, this is gonna be the hangout area for the prison inmates who are in hell.
Not Temu.
Oh my god.
I was about to say, Phoenix. I was like, wait, what?
And then here we have a TV, which is broken. There. And then if we warp to the church, here in church, there's gonna be a god who's gonna talk to Mario and is gonna say, "Oh, you did this and this. Now you're in hell. But
It's
hey,
quite a
here's a
big
way to escape
storyline.
hell."
I like when
Oh
ROM
yeah, I
hacks
didn't
have little
consider.
storylines like that. Like most of them don't have any story at all. A little bit.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah. Here's
Yeah, it
a
is Lim
draft of a
Crush.
level, but it's a draft, so don't judge.
little end draft.
Reminded me a lot of
Yeah, but it's
Hollow
it's not
stuff again.
that interesting. Let's see. Here's a level.
And it says, and no quicksand. Oh wait.
Oh no. Is there going to be any like quicksand ledge grabs? That's a absolute favorite. I
No.
love those.
I don't wanna do that. But yeah,
Yeah,
this level
good.
is also work in progress. It's not finished, but it's just.
Yeah. Um.
But yeah, there's a Taco Bell in hell, and it's the only food place for the people.
That's
And every
living
time
right
they
if
eat,
there's a Taco Bell in
yeah,
hell.
and every time they eat Taco Bell, they have to go to the toilet for 2 hours. That's like the rule.
Oh
Like
no.
that's what happens. Yeah.
You know, I was I was going to ask like where where the blunt was next to it, but I was like, wait, but that'd be like the heaven version.
No, we won't have an odd mashup level. I have something else to show. This room that I modeled myself, but yeah, took textures. It was actually a pretty cool practice to model a mushroom.
That is pretty cool. Like it's very
Oh, that's
Yeah,
so sad,
modeled in
Darkman.
SketchUp.
Oh no.
oh
Oh,
no.
that's so unfortunate.
Oh,
Oh no.
Oh, the
what,
last, basically the last jump. No.
What else? I don't
um,
have
I always
anything
liked
else to show, but
I always like seeing like work in progress stuff of ROM hacks. Like it's like I love beta
Yeah.
stuff of like mainstream games, so it's like it's even interesting seeing beta stuff of like something like a ROM hack.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember what hack it was. Like there was a hack I played like last year where once you beat the game, you can see like some beta levels of the hack. Like I can't
Oh yeah, that was like service, right? Oh
I
wait,
can't remember which it
wait, no.
was. It was a few years ago, probably actually.
Uh,
It wasn't even like a super popular hack.
here I modeled chess pieces, and but my knight looks like a seahorse. I'm planning maybe, but we'll see.
Yeah. Hello, Agleb. All right.
Come on, Darkman, you can do it.
But I'm trying to make this hell as like a satire hell. It's not gonna be like a torture hell. It's gonna be a hell where people experience mild inconveniences. Like they have to play on a broken TV, on a console that has only bad games, only like Desert Bus, and the only food is Taco Bell, and after Taco Bell you're gonna go to toilet. There's only a Temu shop that sells you stuff you don't need. There's gonna be a painting dry show. So it's a show where you watch painting dry.
Yeah.
But I know that many people will just ignore this, but I'm making this for myself. It's nice to put a lot of details.
Yeah.
Even if 99% won't even notice them, but it's fun.
Yeah. I saw you posting the chess pieces in the showcase a while back, Hokkanen, and that actually looked pretty good as like a SketchUp model.
Why can I
Yeah,
just can't get those word kicks?
Yeah, I met them in SketchUp. Even the knight.
Yeah.
Knight was made in SketchUp.
I think it was Royal Legacy, the hack I'm thinking of, where you could see like cut levels afterwards.
Oh yeah, Royal Legacy, and yeah.
Yeah, it's like a pretty obscure. I guess it's decently popular, but I like hacks that are like that where they show you some like beta stuff after you beat it. But yeah, I think people do notice like the small details that are worth putting in. Like even if they don't notice every single one individually, they're gonna notice like the bigger picture that everything is so detailed compared to like if everything was just like bare bones.
I pressed the A button. I'm gonna lose my mind, dude.
You got this.
I feel that.
Ooh.
I feel that right now.
Yeah, chat, what other mild inconveniences should I put in hell?
Let's see.
They can play a Nintendo Switch, but all the Joy-Cons are drifting.
Drifting. Yeah.
How about stale potato chips?
Ah, yeah. What brand?
I This is complete hacks, but only beta recreations.
Only beta hacks.
Oh my god. They'll never run out of hacks to play.
That's a new layer of hell right there.
Or something like having a Lego set and there's a piece missing. Something like this.
Like this was supposed to be like a hell that was supposed to be like minor inconveniences. That's just like pain.
And only one toilet. And there are like thousands of inmates here. Oh, what did I do? You'll see it soon.
Oh. No more spaghetti, no more lasagna. No
Mac
more
and
spicy.
cheese.
Well, because no more spaghetti. I feel like Mario just wouldn't mind that.
So is Mario in hell or is he just visiting? Like, or is he like sent to hell or is he just like?
He's sent to hell because he entered the void, even though the god of the game told Mario to
Yes.
leave the place.
Hey, nice.
Nice.
And
There we
because
go.
Mario
GG's.
didn't listen to me, I sent.
Be
Yeah,
ready to
I am
time
the.
soon.
GG.
Yeah.
Time.
There we go. Congrats. 4 for 4, everyone. Finish.
Yep. All right. Yep.
Yeah, but the progress is gonna be very slow, and I'm probably gonna take
Yep.
But,
Yeah. Obviously, yeah.
And just you can see there with like all the extra stuff I have to do. I have like 3 minute ish difference between my time and LTA.
But yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. We had over 100 viewers, so appreciate that. I wish I had more time to prepare specifics for the commentary, but I'm still happy with how everything went
Yeah.
and had a lot of fun. So yeah, check out all these runners: RisingPhoenix64, LudwigVonKoopa, Darkman, and the Hokkanen, who's working on the sequel. Definitely give them all a follow. I'm Andrew AJT. Hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, we have another run coming up next. So if you like these runners, you're going to get to see more of them because I believe it will be a race between Rising Phoenix and Ludwig, if I understand correctly, or is it a co-op?
Yes. No,
It's a-
it's a race.
yeah. I have to
Okay.
go. Bye.
All right. See ya.
See ya.
So yeah.
But yeah, and if anyone doesn't know, all these hacks, all these runs are uploaded to the YouTube channel as well in the bio. So it's always nice to go back and watch them that way after the marathon ends. But we still have several more days of runs left.
Yeah. So I guess at this. All right. So I guess.
I'm just
If
curious
this happens
about
in the
the.
run, that would be funny.
I'm just curious about the JP cannot drop the penguin. I just want to check that real quick.
Sure.
Gotcha.
Okay, it's working.
Yeah, it's just the star placement spawn. I think
Yeah.
you don't need to do it on one of the versions. Like
Or
you
record
can.
GG.
All right.
Okay.
GG's.
So, all right. So you're off now. So, but yeah.
Yeah, thanks for having me for commentary. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you for comes. Despite your low preparation, you did very well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'll hop off, but thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the chat.
Mhm.
Oh, and also if anyone if anyone else needs commentary, you can always PM me. But I'm happy I just got at least one running.
Yeah. Yeah. Good job, Andrew.
Thank you.
So next is Phenomena 120, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good luck.
I definitely did not start Hector's and practice. No.
But yeah. I guess we'll just do a this time a quick transition over instead of the one for the 4-player race here, because 2 players are just in goal already.
All right, good night, guys, or good morning.
Yeah, morning or whatever.
See ya.
Yeah.